Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy, Love and Light. On your journey through life, when you start to become aware and you realize that there um, are a lot of things that may be very unclear because what once you thought would be true, you're tending to find out has been someone else's illusion that was fed to you as wisdom and knowledge and correct and, you know, without waver. Like, this is what happened in the past, and this is what we learned, and this is how we evolved. But, when we're aware, we realize that there's a whole lot of disconnect between what it is that's has been said to what truly actually is, the energy and the environment around us. And when we look at our bodies and our mind and we start to shift our perception and move in a manner that's more enlightening and more love based or more flower oriented, like nature, right? The flowers, the trees, the herbs, the plants, the fruit, the vegetables, right? The mushrooms, you know, everything that grows primarily on Mother Earth helps our human form in one way or another. Whether it's the hugest, tallest tree cleaning the air, or if it's the smallest, version that, is still in shrub form, that's aiding nutrient to the ground, you know, however you want to look at whatever it is that you want to consider your awareness to start, or where you find yourself within the path of, being open-minded to things that are more basic and more with the flow of the real energy of the earth, and not so much the man-made motion or commotion, if you will, is probably a better word, of showing you through a large chunk of time. This has been going on for hundreds of years. So, for hundreds of years, somewhere along the line, deception was added, and now we're so far down the line that we're stuck with what's considered or what's been fed to us to believe as convenience, right? But it's not really a convenience to the earth, and it's not really a convenience to our body or our mind or even our spiritual direction, because the convenience that was provided to us as a quick, easy fix, and sadly, we all went along with it. And it became easier when generations showed you that, early on in life, right? So don't beat yourself up. Don't, place blame upon one situation or another, because where we are today is looking for different solutions in order to find the balance between feeling okay in our skin, in our environment, and okay on the earth in general, right? The atmosphere, the water, the air, and then everybody within our field, pretty much, our community, right? Our environment, because we're not in the middle of the woods by ourselves, because if we were, then we wouldn't be in this position right now. But you know what? It's neither here nor there. And what it shows is that we needed to learn how to call back our power, our energy, and use it for the better of all, not just for the convenience of a few. And while we do this and we band together and we shift our motion, movement, and mindset to a lighter, freer type of way to be, then you'll see that your body's going to start behaving better and your mind won't be so clouded or clogged with the anticipation of something that was never meant to cap us anywho, right? Like, people told me a long time ago that I would never be able to amount to anything if I didn't follow their rules and didn't do what they said and use them as a model. And I said, well, that life may be good for you, but I see flaws within you that I don't want in my future, my reality. And I've done everything in my power in order to see the bigger, better picture of me, in order to be able to outdo me every single day, in order to achieve the goals, the vision, the higher understanding that I know I embrace, right? We all do. And that's when we step into awareness and we start to ask questions and second guess things and start to listen better to our bodies and heed the intuition or the internal nudges, right? But even on our journey of understanding that there's a lot of unknowns that we thought maybe once were, when we go back to the basics and we learn how to rely with and work in tandem, like work with the earth and receive our nourishment from the ground, you know what I mean? And not through a boxed, processed, chemical-filled thing, then we'll be treating our body the way that we were supposed to, right from the start, right before manipulation came into play. And you may feel different in the beginning as your body starts to adjust, because keep in mind that we're not hundreds of years old. So everything that we've been consuming has been tainted for quite a while. So it may feel different when we reintroduce the natural law, the universal balance, back into our DNA, back into our structure, our temple, to free us from the unseen chains that chemicals truly have placed upon a lot of energy, weighed down with dense and low and negativity. It was a place that maybe we needed to grow from, right? Like the flower that takes the perseverance and the determination and all its motivation and finds that crack in between the two slabs of cement and then shoots right up to the sun and starts to show its glory and, you know, its beauty and its fragrance and its, you know, forward motion. We're that flower. We're that nature product, if you will, because we thrive on nature. We live through nature. Why not respect nature and everything that it endures and see it within ourselves, and then assimilate how we could strive to be better by using the simplicity that Mother Earth gave us, starting with the ground. And before you start getting like all bothered and stuff, because some people do, right? Understand that you can bring your bounty into your dwelling, wherever that may be. I've already started. I've got a carrot and, well, my onion died because I didn't know how to take care of it. I put it outside when I should have kept it in. But a carrot and a potato, and I have cabbage I'm going to make new growth from, and cucumber seeds that are, drying out so I can plant them, right? And watermelon that I already dried, and cantaloupe. What else do I have? There's something else on the table. Oh, romaine lettuce. Yes. Yes, I do. And I also have peppers. Right. Yeah, there you go. Green peppers, like the bell peppers, and then the little baby bush peppers. And I have a bag of dirt, and I've got several pots. And, I could... Oh, and my friend has fresh eggs. Well, he has chickens that he raises humanely and feeds the right stuff to. And he offers eggs, and I, benefit from his harvest. So whatever egg I break for my dogs, because I try to anyway, an egg a day in order to help them, with their omega-3s, right? And I keep the eggshells so that I can put them in the dirt, like ground them up to give the dirt the added benefit that it needs, right? So, I mean, if you look at it, there's really not waste because you can just reuse it in another form. And that leads me to me. And I've learned that my healing journey, my physical healing journey, going from being paralyzed, that affected like 75% of my body, works better when you're stronger and you group those muscles and those exercises together in order to benefit more than one thing when so many things are linked together, right? I don't know about kids these days, but when I went to school, there was the song where the ankle bone was connected to the leg bone and the leg bone to the thigh bone and the thigh bone, right? But pretty much what it did was it showed you that you've got a lot of connecting parts that when you use them together, they work like a finely functioning cycle, right? And the same thing happens with nature when you involve nature into your finely focused cycle. Everything works better and nothing seems to get damaged or lost or invaded, if you will, with the same toxins that could come with what is perceived to be a convenience of today. So, when you're using your forward motion and you're putting play into your day and you're allowing awareness and ascension and questions to be asked and looking for true knowledge and true understanding of what truly is resonating within your energy field, right? I've been doing a lot of muscle movement. I've been on the floor, raising my hiney high in the air, stretching my legs and trying to move my toes and my ankles, with the leverage that your body offers you when you use it in different you know what I mean. Well, regardless, maybe I'll show you how I pull out my muscles and move around and try to stretch about, but that might not be really something I should put on the telephone, the TV, the video sender outer, whatever you want to call technology to be, right? Because some may not take it in the right way. I do contort into a lot of different positions. I struggle, I cry. But you know what? I stretch my muscles along the way and I put resistance into play. And that's just to build my stamina, to help me with my balance, my structure, my gait, right? My bodily functions. And when we look at using awareness as a way to help heal not only our mind but our body, right? The food that we eat will also help our internal healing. So there's that. It's always better to get your nutrition and your nourishment from the garden, whether it's in your living room, your kitchen, or your backyard, right? Than it is to get it from a chemical bottle that may have ulterior motives in order to continue to receive revenue from the sales, right? Distortion, lies, and then get you hooked because now your body is like craving that. Yeah, it's kind of horrible. But you know what? That's what awareness will lead you to, those questions. Why does my body react this way? Why is it hard for me to understand, to see? Do you know what I'm saying? So when we start to unravel and receive the answers, don't be surprised when it leads you back to Mother Earth, to frequency, to vibration, to, just true internal enlightenment. And that will bring us everywhere. That I do know. And now my body is going to be joining me quicker than it was before, because there are different issues that I need to take and put into active play in order to find the solutions, to say thank you for the lesson. And I'm very happy to have, used my own strength and determination and motivation, clear intent and inner knowing, and my spirit team encouraging and guiding me along my journey. Things are working out for me, as they are certainly meant to. Just like they will for you, as soon as you start to understand that the questions, they're not just for you to let them pass by, but for you to dig down deep to see why, how it affects you, and what solutions could provide better quality to your life and to the lives of the ones that you hold dear. If you would like any type of enlightenment, do let me know, because I've got lots of knowledge that I've been gaining and tons of info to share. Self-sustaining, that's a big one. And that's a very important one, because we need to be able to know that we can rely on each of us independently for our survival, and collectively interconnected as a community of energy, so that we could uplift each other and thrive, even if that means helping each other feed ourselves and get our minds clear and our vibration high. So it's the best place to start, because everybody after won't have to deal with what you're gonna help change. You're important. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. And thank you for being a part of the high vibration that will lead our planet, ourselves, our community, and every energy from here to there and there to way, way over there and everywhere. It's freaking amazing. Oh, I can't wait to see my vision just materialize in my lifetime. Help me spread love and light, positivity. Ask those questions and survive. And then join me so we all thrive. Love and light. I don't know if you hear the siren, but positive energy, positive energy, positive energy. Love and light.